Hi, I'm Penny Gomez, and welcome to Pop, Penny on Point, with profiles on persons of interest. This is the show where you get to know your favorite personalities a lot better. Today, I'm here at the lovely Goodwood Park, and I'm waiting to see who our guest is, just like you. Guess what, though? You had an opportunity to figure out who it is because we left you clues online. And the winner will either get a hamper compliments of Nestle or Sasha Cosmetics. Are you ready? Because I certainly am. And I hope you are because tell you what, I hear a doorbell. Let's go. Hey, hi, it's Derrick Lewis from Eventology and Island People fame. Welcome to Pop.
Thank you.
Well, guys, did you guess correctly? If you did, there is a prize with your name on it just waiting to be collected. Are you ready to pop?
Always.
Well, I am. Let's go. Guys, I'm so excited to have Derrick Lewis here with me today. Event producer, creative director, and I'm very proud to say, my dear friend, welcome to Pop.
Thank you for having me, Penny.
It's been a while. But Derrick, I've known you for so many years. And when I think back, you really catapulted into the spotlight as a national footballer. I'm not even sure if people know that about you.
Yeah.
Tell us your days as a sportsman. And, I know you had a lot of fans because I've seen people commenting on your Facebook page still to this day on that.
Yeah, well, I actually thought that I was really fortunate with football. The time that I played, the opportunities that I had, when they came, why they came, it was just, it fell into place because, there are a whole lot of players better than I was.
Well,
But there's one point that I have that I think is really noteworthy, that I am the youngest national team player to play under 19.
okay, well then.
Yeah, I played at 15.
Kudos.
Actually, Everett Cummins and I have a little tit for tat on who was 14, 15, but I think I have them on that.
Well, the numbers don't lie at all. But how does a national footballer who actually is also very involved in the family business then go into event producing?
More than anything else, sometimes you have something inside of you that needs to come out. So I had always been an artistic person. As a student, I chose all those subjects in Form 1 to 3. But when I reached to Form 3, I was the number one art student and design student. But I chose business because, it was to do business, to be a businessman. So inside of me, after Form 3, moving on to Form 5, and then on to A levels, there was always an artist inside of me trying to get past that business thing. So it was me trying to be an artist, but being in business or doing business studies. Eventually, I went to university on a football scholarship, and it was a business school doing an MBA, but art was at the base of everything I did. So events came as an opportunity to do business that expressed a creative element in me. And that was perfect as I went into an advertising agency in New York right after school and spent time in that creative artistic, and that evolved into the event business.
I want to hear about the name Island People, such a very strong brand when you think back of what was happening in that landscape, that whole party all-inclusive landscape. And I know you spoke about a need for representation. Tell us what that meant to have a brand so named at that time.
Well, the name was a unique start of the name, actually. It was going on to a football field, playing for my college, and there were a whole lot of students in upstate New York. We were playing against Oneonta, thousands of fans, university students screaming, and they were shouting at us. There were 3 West Indian players, one from Jamaica, Barbados, and 2 from Trinidad, Richard Chinapur, myself, and they were screaming basically at the West Indian players, and I didn't understand why they were doing that. I didn't understand what they were saying until I saw what dropped onto the ground were nuts, peanuts and stuff, and then I saw a banana. And when I saw the banana, I started thinking, okay, right, this banana might mean something. Now, this is a long time ago.
Yeah.
All right? I said, this is banana. So I started tuning into what they were saying. And they were saying, island people go home. Island people go home.
Serious?
So the chant was, island people go home.
I hope we licked them up in that game.
No, we lost.
Oh, Lord.
But it left me with something bitter, but that bitterness kept with me island people. They didn't know what to call us because one was from Barbados, one from and we were scoring all the goals and doing all the big things, you know. And so they knew that we were an element that changed the dynamics of the whole school's football team performance. And they didn't know what to call us. So they called us people from the islands, island people. So it was a derogatory thing, but I didn't pay it a lot of mind in that direction. We lost the game. But it did ring out in me an opportunity to, inspired in me an opportunity to actually take that same word and make it into something. So I started printing t-shirts. With island people on it and island style and club dread and tribal. So all those things came out of me. Island people, island style, club dread. You know, those things were at the time happening. And I decided to print and say, okay, you call me island people?
Take that.
I'm island.
I'm proud island people.
Yeah.
But Derrick, did you ever think that it was going to transcend into then fets, some of the biggest fets that we've known, the Insomnias, the Girl Powers? Did you think that? And then, of course, Island People Mass.
Yeah. Well, that was it's a evolution. As first, I invited people to see clothing. So they came to see the t-shirts. And a lot of people from different people from all sorts of communities in New York came at the time to see the shirts. But after they wanted to line. So they were like, when are the new shirts coming out? Or when is the next one of these things? And I said, well, when the new line comes out. They're like, we're okay with the line, but we want to line. We want to be. So that's how the party started, inviting people to see clothing, island people clothing. And people came from all walks of life, all different races, came to see the island people. And they partied at that time, and it mushroomed into a party. And that's how the event business started, actually.
And you know what? You are not only responsible for some of the very first set of all-inclusives, as we know it, but just also for doing other events where you started adding theatrical elements into corporate events. What are some of the events that stand out for you?
Well, adding theatrics was important because at that time, back then, there were few people doing thematic events. So theme events came about. As we switched over to corporate events, it was that the corporate entities wanted that same dynamic energy, that dynamic presentation and the way to market their products and deliver messages to their staff and their people. So it was an opportunity to actually take the same elements of events, apply it to corporate bodies and corporate messaging. So it was a natural rollover for me, especially being a business person, because I'm a traditional business entrepreneur and also involved in events. So it was easy for me to see both sides and actually transition into that area.
Right. So favorite events? Top three all time.
Amnesia.
One of my favorites for sure. Yes. Corporate. Give me a corporate one.
Oh, I think on the corporate side, two companies come to mind, and one huge event comes to mind that I did for Trinidad and Tobago. One of them was the Germany Soca Warriors campaign, which is the Soca Warriors caravan. Another would be a Guardian group event, and got me there. All of them are so good and so different. Events are like children. Saying you like one over the other is tough, but
and that's when you have so many guys that to choose from. It's difficult. But Derrick, I know that when I think of you and for people who don't know this, and I've mentioned that Derrick is a very dear friend of mine. Derrick is more than a friend. He's actually a mentor, my mentor. What I've always loved about Derrick is the fact that when you come into his space, he gives you the freedom to just be creative. He allows you, that is like an incubator when you go into that space. And I just wanted to say publicly how much I've appreciated that freedom to do that. And it's really meant a lot to my development as a creative person.
Wow.
Thank you so very much.
I think I learned as much from you, and I think I got more than you from our relationship, as our professional relationship, that is. So I actually, in giving people freedom, I learn from them because I learn them. Mm-hmm. If I do not give them freedom, I tell them all the rules, then they learn how to satisfy my needs, and they learn how to repeat or to improve on what I have done. But when you be yourself, you are so much more than I was or will be or, hope to be, that it's as if I'm gaining another person instead of duplicating myself. So I have actually trained and inspired people for that mere reason, that it's more there, yes, than just another, clone.
Yeah, guys, you see why he's my mentor. Now, I'll tell you what, Derrick mentioned he's a footballer. He mentioned the South of Island people. He mentioned he's a very fashionable guy, for those of you who don't know him. So we're going to put you on the spot in our next segment. Pop or flop. Ready for that? Bring it on. Bring it on. Okay, well, let's get to it. What do you think of this?
Pop.
Pop, okay. This one?
Flop.
Flop. I'm interested in why.
Because I can't see it good.
Okay. That might just mean that you need glasses, Derrick, not because you think not good, huh?
Glasses.
Okay. What about this?
What's that bottle of water doing in his hand? But yeah, I would have to sleep on this.
Yeah, this is different. Even for me.
It is novel, but is it in good taste?
You tell me, you're the creative director.
Well, I think it's novel for shock value.
Yeah.
But is it in good taste? No, but it will get eyes. It will get eyeballs. And I think these days that's what people are looking for. Eyeballs. And, it's going to get that.
Okay, cool. Next one.
It's good. It's good. I like it. It would sell well.
I noticed you didn't say you love it. So I know the nuances there with you, but...
Yeah, it doesn't take me anywhere, but I like it. It would sell. I would print this because it will sell.
Okay, all right.
This will probably not sell, but I like the art.
I like the art as well, too. I think it's really cool. Yeah. What about this?
Nah.
This is novel because you almost think that his torso is separated. What about this?
I like it because it's cool and stylish.
Were the actual nipples out though? You would wear this? Would you wear this? No. That's what I should ask. Would you wear this? No. But you think it's cool?
It's cool. In my Rastaman days, yes.
Okay. So you had to be wearing some dreads to wear this on.
Yeah, the lion inside, but I like it. It's a seller.
Okay, all right. And here we go. Are you a Batman fan?
Yeah. This is a good take on it. It has to be a licensed product.
Yeah.
But
that's the business side of him, folks. But it has to be a licensed product. In case you're thinking of putting Batman or any other superhero on it, should get the approvals. Yeah.
But it's well constructed.
And to this day, Derrick, you are considered a fashion icon.
Good.
You seem surprised by the label.
I don't look at myself and I don't think about myself. You know that.
Yes. But to be in that creative space, don't you agree that you have to have design becomes so important?
Yeah. What I do is more important than who I am and what I appear to be. I'm more interested in doing things. And that's why I can't remember the events way back, like Taste TNT or consider Showgum.
Yes.
Huge events, but I can't remember them because my point of reference is not to look that way or to think about what I've done or accumulated things. I just want to do the next thing.
The next big thing. Well, you know what? You're on track. And certainly he's on track, guys, with his eventology and so much more. We are just getting started, in case you didn't realize. So stay tuned, go get your popcorn, and join us when we return from break on Pop.
Christmas, do more this Christmas, yeah. Advert citizens, do more this Christmas, whoa, yeah. Advert citizens. This Christmas, do more with First Citizens. Visit firstcitizenstt.com for details. First Citizens, we put you first.
Derrick, now, I know that you know this is a show that's built on surprises. You've done your research. We've spoken, you know, and I know you've been trying to figure out who on earth can be my surprise guest.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You're about to find out.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's a doorbell that I hear.
Oh, all right. Let's figure this
Let's
one
see who's at the door. Brothers unite.
Commander-in-Chief. Come.
Jules, you're sitting away.
Come.
CEO of Caesar's Army, for those of you who don't know. So good to have you on Pop.
Indeed, a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, you just popped up, you know, to
Just
surprise
popped in.
to surprise your friend,
Yes.
Derrick Lewis. Jules, it's been a while. Tell us what you've been up to.
Basically, as I said, my light is still burning through this darkness, just trying to find a way out. It's a restart. So ideally for me, some of my events have been able to take place in New York or resume in New York and Miami and Europe.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like focusing on restarting Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean.
Yeah, and that really is such a blessing because I know so many others are in
Yeah.
precarious positions in the creative industries.
Yes.
Jules, you have known Derrick for many years, and I don't even know if you recall how I met you. I started off, guys, this is the story, came to Trinidad to work at Island People. And Jules at that time was just starting off with his little parties.
Yep.
That was just very urban parties at the time.
Yep.
And I recall you coming into Island People in the meetings
Yeah.
because you came to draw inspiration
Yep.
from the team.
Yeah.
And look at the relationship now. Talk about where it's progressed to.
A lot of people wouldn't know, but Derrick has been an inspiration of mine ever since I was young. Because in terms of the event industry, I mean, Island People was the pinnacle. I always wanted to penetrate Carnival. I always wanted to have these major themed events. And Derrick was the man behind it. So I always looked up to him and got my inspiration. In fact, he lent me a book that I have never returned.
What book is that? I could get to borrow.
I think is it The Richest Man in Babylon? I think it is.
Oh, that one. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I give away so many.
Yes.
Yeah, but inspiration. And actually, for me, it has provided that sort of platform
Yes.
for me to be able to actually live my dreams at this point in time and also to uplift others who are going to come up after me.
Conceptualizing Caesar's Army. And you run this thing like a real army, I have to tell you. He's commander-in-chief, right, after all. The premise behind it, what did you want to do, in terms of transforming that whole party sector?
I think the main thing for me is that before I was Caesar's Army, I was Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
And it was a be-all and end-all, and that couldn't work for big dreams. So ideally for me, the transition came when I realized that I needed persons who could have, even though if I had strengths, I had weaknesses as well. And if you wanted to achieve those big dreams and those big sort of concept events and themes and so forth, you needed to have an army, right? So ideally for me, that was a key transition, switching from Julius Caesar, one person, into Caesar's Army. A group of people, a movement that can actually propel yourself towards these big dreams.
Yes, from the I to the we.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about Caesar's Army and where you are now. I know you're not stopping there,
Yeah.
but talk about what you've been able to do.
For me, when the pandemic unleashed, it actually stifled or suppressed some of my expansion. My goal is really to take not just Trinidad and Tobago culture to the world, but Caribbean culture. And my expansion was about to take place. I mean, yes, we have these diaspora areas that, we have those strongholds. But what about Caesar's Army in Japan? What about Caesar's Army in Australia? Caesar's Army in New Zealand? My brother's over there. So ideally for me, that sort of expansion of Caribbean culture, even further to the world, is exactly what I want for Caesar's Army. And yes, we are known for the events and so forth, but
Yes.
as Caribbean culture could be as diversified as possible. I even dipped into theater during this pandemic. So
Yes, with mass.
yeah.
You're right.
So exploring my inner self in terms of finding new ways that I could bring forth the culture.
Okay. What are some of your favorite, and I know that and we've asked Derrick, about his events, and he's told us. I'm not going to tell you what he's told us because I want to hear from you what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
Do you ever have like a favorite events when you think about events that you're doing?
Yeah.
And stand out?
Yes. Contrary to popular beliefs, people would assume that my strongest events as Ambush and Bacchanal Road are my popular events. No.
No?
Actually, my most favorite event is Independence.
That we missed this year.
Independence.
Yes.
And it's basically because the patriotism, the feeling of singing that anthem 6 o'clock in the morning in a beach duvet. I don't think any event could really touch that because it's so full of Trinbagonian pride.
Yeah.
You know? And that is actually my favorite event.
And you know, you said that, and Derrick spoke about the South of Island people and what it meant to him and that brand representing an island people.
Yeah.
And you about Independence. Now I see why you're a kindred spirits.
Yeah.
Well, I actually did an event called Represent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Represent was along those lines where you had to sing the national anthem. Not only that, we had to do the pledge.
Yes, the pledge.
You know, just kind of like remember the pledge.
Don't put me on the spot. I beg you.
Yeah. You know, but as that, you know, so something like that is like almost like a follow on, amplification of that, and so I enjoy that. I enjoy seeing like something really amplified that was started because you know it's about ramping up. Eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
And uplifting because even Independence probably I had 10 years of it, a decade.
Yeah.
And I said I have to do something more because what happened is that I kept using the artists of our time. So I had a event that was later on in the evening, same Independence Day, called Indie Grass, where I was using it to feature and uplift the next generation of artists. So like Jimmy October and Inzi.
Yeah.
I wanted to create that platform for them as well.
From the weeds coming up.
And I only had one in the grass until pandemic decided to visit.
Lord, he keeps talking about that. Yes, I know. You know, we want to remind you, though, of the impact that you've had on others. So we, you know, reached out to some of your peers and to just the average man in the street to hear what they think about you, your craft, and the contribution that you've made to the creative industries.
How interesting.
Take a look. Take a look.
This is different.
There's so many things I can say about the Commander-in-Chief of Caesar's Army, Jules Sobion, my fellow schoolmate. I've always seen Jules as a visionary, someone who has a keen eye in marketing and brand development. Jules has taken his brand and expanded throughout the Caribbean and actually have paved the way for many of us to expand our business. Salute.
Phenomenal is how I would describe Derrick Lewis. Derrick is a creative genius, and he's a master of creating and combining innovative, novel ideas that are out of this world, that has over the years left us with exceptional memories for partygoers both here in Trinidad and around the world. He's brilliant, he's fun-loving, he's an amazing husband, father, and a grandpa D, and most importantly, a friend.
I've seen Caesar's Army grow from being a small event entity to now being this robust event brand that is globally recognized, all thanks to Jules. And I want to say that Jules Sobion, this has always been your destiny. Reason being, one of the many reasons, is that you are a disruptor. You're creative, you're an innovator, you're a Caribbean man, you're a people person. And I think because of these qualities, it resonates in your brand and it really draws people to Caesar's Army. See you in the next Rum Club meeting.
Hey Jules, one of the most memorable things about you is your sense of humor. Regardless of what we're dealing with, whether it's a legal or a business situation that we have to just sit and crunch through, you always find something hilarious to say, something that is unrelated to the situation, that's totally funny, that helps us to just take the edge off and just sit and think and everything works out. So cheers to you, Jules. Wishing you the very best.
So I'll start by saying my favorite memory of Derrick Lewis has to be, it's actually a photo. It's a photograph of him on the ground, wiping the floor. And Yeah, it was him wiping the floor, and I believe it was the Junior Sammy launch of the largest crane in the Caribbean at that time. And then beyond that, I would say that my second favorite memory of Derrick would be him taking out the garbage, emptying a garbage bin at one of the Tasty events that he was producing. And these were my favorite memories because these kind of encapsulated who Derrick is, like very down to earth, very simple, willing to do anything that is absolutely necessary. And in addition to that, I would say as well that, working with Derrick has really allowed my creative juices to flourish and to thrive, So many people have passed through the If House and Island People and Eventology and Unlimited Functions and, with all these various brands that have done so many different things from corporate events, parties, advertising, that, one thing I would say is common is that everybody who's left there learned something, that they were allowed to grow, their ideas were allowed to grow and flourish, they were allowed to acquire new skills. And, we all took these things into our lives later on, and that's critically important. So I just want to thank Derrick so very much for giving me that intern from UE, that chance to come and work with him and to grow and to become communications manager, general manager, all these different things under his watch, and to really become the person I am today.
Guys.
Nice.
Wow. How do you feel
nice.
when I think that for every guest, by one, guest by two, when they see this, I don't think they understand or they fully comprehend before that the impact until you hear that back. Yeah. How do you feel hearing that from, a variety of people?
It's emotional. It's stirring. Yeah. Makes me feel, sometimes all of the years that you've been really doing stuff, it really matters.
Yeah.
And that's really important. So, yeah.
It matters.
It's touching. Very touching. It touched my heart.
It touched Derrick?
That I had to hold back a few emotions watching some of those things. Yeah. Because, things like this really makes what you do worthwhile. Particularly when people notice the details.
Yeah.
Particularly the little things, because it's the little things that really makes a big difference. Yep. The difference between good and great is not a whole lot. It might be cleaning that floor. Mm-hmm. It just might be mopping up.
Emptying that garbage.
But again, you could have wonderful ideas, you could have creativity, and you don't have an attention for detail and love of seeing people have a good experience, and it's all for naught. Yep. So I really, really am impressed with hearing that. Mm-hmm. I don't feel that way because I'm still thinking I could do a lot more and a lot better, Yeah. So this is great.
Well, Derrick and Jules, you get a chance to do a lot more because I'm going to see what you can do in the kitchen when we come back. So you get to if you want to do things, you will be doing things in the kitchen.
Kitchen stadium.
Stay tuned. When we come back, we take Derrick Lewis and Jules Sobion to pot, to plate, and see what they could produce in that area. Stay tuned.
Who needs a plan? Take my hand. Our stories will find us. My shanty caravan. And there's nowhere that I'd rather be than any place with you. My shanty caravan. And there's nowhere that I'd rather be than any place with you.
Shandy Carib, refreshed for life.
Bring loved ones together and make this a Christmas like no other. Bring the joy with Angostura.
We're back on Pop with Jules Sobion, Commander-in-Chief, and Derrick Lewis of Eventology, Unlimited Functions, Island People fame. I've taken them into the kitchen, guys, because, when you go to the event, all the menus you think about eating over the years, they're famous for that as well, too, those all-inclusives and that food. But I want to know, can they cut it in the kitchen? I'm already hearing a sad tale from Jules on my left. But Jules, there are people watching and your wife out there, so let's not embarrass the household. Your task today is to create an hors d'oeuvre. Simple, Simon. The hors d'oeuvre, however, please make it edible. Don't just put on for pretty sake. You have everything you can possibly need in front of you there to create these hors d'oeuvres. At stake, let me just lean over here. At stake is this trophy. And this is called the pot to plate segment. So at stake is this. Listen to me. You know how many people want to have this trophy? So you are vying for it. And we want to see who's going to be taking this trophy home today. Are you ready? You have everything you need. Best of luck. I'm going to be tasting. The best tasting hors d'oeuvre takes the trophy home.
I'm stumped.
Okay.
I'm stumped like...
So we just start, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. How do you pick up?
Tomato. Cheese. Cucumber. Oh no. Can't go cook cucumber. I need to keep my spare. Okay.
You know what? I'm going to go with a double cheese.
Touch this so I could use this to push this down. There you go. Pineapple. Technique, Dred. Technique.
And a little bit of, I'm not sure what this is. Oops.
Like mayo. Sweet pepper. Another olive.
Feel free to use the spoons and forks we provided there.
Oh.
I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware.
We having major issues here. I would roll this. Now, you're watching the technique because I want to get points for this. It's not only Penny on point. I want points.
Right now, I on point with these crackers.
Well, I
Chana, because Chana in my blood.
I like black pepper, but I don't know what I'm doing. How do we take these up? Finger. Okay, I'll just take these 3.
Very difficult to mobilize the ingredients. But I've got a lot of learning from my wife on how to prepare some lovely hors d'oeuvres. Black
Jules.
pepper.
Jules. Oh, right. Okay.
What kind of time we looking at?
Oh, wait. I could actually take some of this and put this on this. Right. Right. Okay.
One minute, guys.
I don't even know how to use this. How does this work?
Hold. Right, there you go.
Okay, I'm back. And watching from the sidelines, I'm afraid I get hypertension from this end. And I'm afraid I get to something else that got on this end. Scary stuff. Jules, you look totally awkward. I believe you that you just can't cook.
I just think this is a Chana sandwich. It's just use the bread with cricks inside, cricks loaded Chana sandwich.
Cricks loaded
Yes.
Chana sandwich with plenty salt and salt. salt, with salt. And okay, so this is what you're calling this, a China sandwich with a serving of vegetables and right. And you are calling yours what?
Cha-na-na-na-na.
It might more be the na-na-na-na part of that. Guys, I tell you, every time we think that this segment becomes easier when we do it, it becomes scarier. So I am not going to taste any of these. Because you are designers, I'm going to, and creative people, I'm going to go just on the look of it.
Okay.
The experience of the eating, I'm going to pass on that.
Okay.
And I'm going to just go on the look of it. And for looks and for presentation, I have to say that it is, I think, guys, you've gotten your wish. I want to present this to both of you because I can't decide between the na-na-na-na-na and it's na-na-na-na-na and this other one. So please, feel free to share this, in particular. You want to give a speech, an acceptance speech there?
On behalf of Jules Sobion and his creative mind that did not reach the table or the plate, I would like to accept this as the only person who brought points to this trophy.
Forward ever, backward never.
Guys, we're back on Pop with Jules Sobion and with Derrick Lewis. They just come out of a heated battle in the kitchen that nobody won. Do not be fooled. That trophy that was shared was my way of giving them an ease out of a situation. However, they have a chance to redeem themselves now in the battle of the event poster. Because we know that they're no more promoting, they're big on marketing. And not only that, avant-garde and novel marketing. So now they are going to be creating a poster for their own little pop events. But we do things differently on Pop, so it's not just any kind of event. In the basket, I have different scenarios that you're going to choose from to create a poster. You have everything you can possibly need to do that. I mean, everything. Flowers, tape, glitter, everything, glue gun, everything you can possibly need. At stake, this trophy. Actually, you know what? I'm not giving any of you a trophy. We will do it for bragging rights. Okay, so who's going to choose first? And what is your scenario? Let's get Jules. Right. Let's go with Derrick. What is your scenario?
Tux and tiaras.
Tux and Tiaras is the name of Derrick's event that he has to create a poster for. What is yours?
Freedom.
Freedom Frolic. Now, just in case I see any of you will come up with that name of an event before, remember the copyright and trademark, please.
CM.
Right. Remember the rights and where it belongs on Pop. Gentlemen, take it away.
Freedom.
Jules, you have a concept here because I find you wanted to use that glue gun very quickly.
Yeah, I did. I'm feeling the freedom and I'm feeling the frolic.
I feel it's more the frolic than the freedom here, but Derrick, what about you? You have your concept ready yet?
In progress.
Uh-huh. I may be seeing a glimmer of that artistic side coming out in Derrick. Glimmer is the word.
Glimmer. I have a balance problem here, but I will work it out.
Okay, Jules, I think maybe going for a little bit of the abstract. Not good at drawing straight lines either. Okay. This is what you call dedication. This is what you call some good focus.
I am a concept guy. I'm not an artist guy. I know Jules too. Concepts.
All of a sudden you're not an artist guy.
Yeah, but I could play the art.
You can play the... You can play the art.
I am playing the art.
Jules, what's your concept? You can share it with us?
I'm trying to show freedom and frolic. So what I'm going to do is very similar to my indie paint dance. Give a little bit of national colors.
Tucks and tiaras, and this is Derrick's offering. Let's move this trophy. This trophy is not won yet. Guys,
No,
I'm
the
gonna
trophy
put
is
this here.
supposed to be here, actually.
Let's see what you have, Derrick. Let's show the viewing audience.
Let me manage your expectations.
Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Woo! Okay, so let's tell us about it.
That is worthy. That is worthy.
It's self-explanatory. Tux and tiaras. A silver tux with
The bow tie, I get
and
it.
the gold tux and the gold tiara and the silver tiara. And it's all about love. Folks, we want to bring love into this household. We've come into this house to bring love. And I love Jules. I love Penny. And this is a symbol of my ode to you, Penny.
Only you can do tucks and tiaras, and somehow or the other find a way to put love in.
It's beautiful.
Jules, can you beat that? Derrick, you must please come here with your offering and hold it up. Jules,
First
let's
of
see what
all,
you have.
I am not into competition.
Another disclaimer from the commander-in-chief.
My brother is an artist, and I felt some of him rubbed off on me.
Some as in Quito or some. Okay, let's go.
Ladies
Big
and
reveal.
gentlemen, the Freedom Frolic.
All right, so freedom might have frolicked away. Jules, what is this?
Notice the unique use of one F for freedom
That's good.
and for
That's good.
one F under the banner of national unity, true freedom under our flag. Everybody is rejoicing.
Oh, these are people here?
Yes, not Kobos.
No, okay, fine.
Okay,
They're
folks,
just rejoicing. They're like, oh, freedom. Oh, frolic. Notice the confetti. And last but not least, the rainbow. To show the true authenticity of a freedom frolic.
There you go. Okay. All right.
Jules,
You know,
you've done it.
are we just giving it to him? Because, I mean, you can't get better than that.
You cannot get better than the talk.
The talk, yeah, so... So, Derrick, are you saying that we're giving the trophy to Jules?
On words?
On words?
On words, not art.
Okay. So, guys, here's the thing. You know, I have to make a decision, and it breaks my heart to say this. I wish it were a tie again, but I don't think that it is. So, I'm going to say, on concept, we have a winner with Jules. However, not so quick. On artistry, we have a winner with Derrick. So in light of that,
Another shared prize.
there's been enough sharing here for the day. I think this trophy will just stay home until both of you can up your game and come back to the table with a clear winner. How's that?
I should have do another F.
And you know what? And a lovely twist to this because you all are such good brethren. Yeah, I feel the brotherhood, the love. Jules, would you please gift Derrick with your piece? And Derrick, would you please gift Jules with his piece?
On behalf of all those who came before you, here is tux, which we used to wear, and tiaras.
I have no speech. I'm just glad to give this away.
Okay, so after that also ran competition with the Creator Fed poster, I have an easier segment for you guys. I worked at numerous events. I worked at your event. Can you think of it, Jules? I worked at many of your events, Derrick. And I've worked at the gates, and I've heard the most amazing stories for people who want to storm fets. So in this segment, we are calling it A Stormer's Guide to Fetting. Because I know that if I have heard the stories of people trying to crash, I know that you probably have a lot of stories. So I have 5 scenarios. I'm going to tell you what my 5 are, and you can tell me when I call out the scenarios, what is your equivalent to that? This is one always came to me when I was minding the gate. I was just inside. It didn't see me now past here. What is your equivalent to that, Jules? What have you heard?
I just came outside because the bathrooms were not open as yet.
That is a good one, yeah, Derrick.
Hold my watch. I'm going inside just to check my partner and I'll come back.
Okay, this is another one that's really popular. As media, I from whatever media house it is, and you know what I mean, they flash the fake media pass. Has that happened?
I from TMZ,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't have it on the you didn't send in the email.
Oh, okay. Derrick.
I am from this site that has nobody. And I'm going to be like the biggest thing if I do your party tonight.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah. Okay. What about this one? I've got this one too. You know, there's always a backstage kind of scenario. I'm one of the DJs. I'm with the band.
I'm with the band, but the band not performing.
Derrick, your equivalent.
I'm part of Kess's team.
Okay. All right, this one. I just came to pick up somebody. Can I just run to meet them and tell them, you know, and bring them back out?
Hold on. Let me talk to the DJ. Tanisha, your drive is outside. Your mother is outside.
Derrick.
You see that girl walking across there? She named Susan. Call she and tell she I here. My name is Tony.
Okay, that's a good one. What about this one? This is also a famous one. I working in the bar.
Working at the bar?
Yeah. I've seen I working at the bar and she dressed up in stilettos this high.
To work at the bar.
And a
Looking fancy.
sexy outfit.
Looking fancy.
Pants that can't bend over to get down inside the
Wear uniform.
tubs.
Yeah.
Wear
The
uniform.
bathtubs.
Wear
uniform. Where's your
Wear
uniform?
What about you? Do you have one of those funny stories?
I've seen 20
Crasher?
people on a water truck. 16 people on a water truck for insomnia. 16 people in a water truck
Derrick,
for insomnia, to bring
fairness.
insomnia. People lying down inside the foothole. People all over. But they are there to bring water for insomnia. That's why I've seen that. 16.
They're creative out there, Trinidadians.
They're creative. And you know what? That's a good match for you because you are two of the most creative people that I know.
Yeah.
So we are going to take a break.
Wait, hold on.
Sorry.
I have been put out my parties. I have been put out 2 of my parties.
You lie.
Yeah, because, you know, don't forget, the greatest thing about being me is that I'm anonymous. I've never wanted to be the guy. It's not island person, it's island people. So whoever you come into island people through, Marlon, through Tish, through, you know, different people, Sandra, whatever, Sean, you become a part of it through whoever your contact is. And I always wanted a brand to be non-personalized, non-subjective. So my thing is, on 2 occasions, I'm going into my event and I'm stopped at the gate saying that I cannot get in here.
Without a pass. Very funny
you know,
stuff.
it took a lot out of me to kind of like say that, you know, I know he's doing his job.
Yes.
I know he's doing the right thing. And I just, you know, kind of said, call that girl there.
Yeah.
Guys, call that girl
Sometimes
there.
it was me.
And
I
tell
just
her that
want to
Derrick
say,
out here.
Yes, it's true. Well, guys, you know what you will never be put out of? Pop. Not at all. Just one other place that I need to actually put you into, though, before we end the show. Stay tuned, guys. Coming back after the break. The final test. Jules Sobion and Derrick Lewis.
Do more this Christmas, do more this Christmas, yeah. Alpha Citizen, do more this Christmas, do more this Christmas, whoa, yeah. Alpha Citizens. This Christmas, do more with First Citizens. Visit firstcitizenstt.com for details. First Citizens, we put you first.
We're back from break, and you're probably wondering what I'm doing with this ball. Well, if you recall, I have a former national footballer next to me, and this one calls himself Commander-in-Chief. But for the day on the show, they have both been underperforming. So I'm trying to give them something that I at least hope somebody's familiar with so that we can finally have a winner on today's Pop. So, gentlemen, best of three. There is the goal behind you. We are going to see who can actually just get, the ball is big, who can get it into the goal. Best of three wins the trophy and is declared a winner on Pop. All right, Derrick, you're up. All right, okay. So,
Touch your balls.
and he's aiming. Oh my God.
I think I spray my groin. Closer.
Almost, an almost goal. An almost goal, but still not making it.
Can I bust out
Almost
a
does
one?
not count. Come on, Jules. Oh, no, and he misses as well. Guys, you need a moment to think about your strategy here.
Oh, no, yeah, I'll do it. I'm just looking to see if he scores. I'm margining, folks, for the entire day. Let me just tell the viewing public.
Uh-huh.
I am margining, and I'm benchmarking mediocrity in June. Right? So I just wanted to make sure that people know that. So now, however, I'm putting myself in a really, really precarious position because I'm really going to try. All right.
Okay.
I'm better at badminton.
Let's see what you have in you, Derrick. Run out. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Ah!
Oh, no! I really tried.
Derrick, you
Now it is time to conquer!
Let's go. Let's go. You know
What is going on?
Best out of 5.
Guys,
Why wasn't this badminton?
trying to make sure that I extend it, but I'm sorry, it's the best out of 3. And once again, this trophy staying here. I have tried my best. I've tried my best, my level best to try to give this to somebody, and none of them have wanted to claim it. But you know what, guys? Derrick is still trying.
Yes, boy, Derrick, boy!
This is why there's 2 of the most creative people in Trinidad and Tobago bringing us events that we have all gone to, that we love. And guys, this has been so much fun. I've had some fun moments with you. So, however, you're not walking out of here, loser. You're walking out of here with Don't Say That music.
What?
This is a big game. We wanted to give you something because you're pushing local culture. So you now have a local game to play, and it's music. Derrick, for all those fabulous limes that you have, Don't Say That. And you're a man, you have all these quotes, these local quotes. Now you have a game to play with your guests.
We're good.
Yeah, you're good. So you didn't get a trophy. What's a trophy?
That's a trophy.
Yeah, you know, you're walking away with it.
I'm good in squash.
You see? You see what I have to put up with?
Pull it.
Guys, this has been so much fun. Thank you for joining us on Pop. Remember that you can go on our social media pages. You can replay the show over and over in case you didn't get enough of it. Feel free to do so. Until the very next time, you have been watching Pop.
I can't believe I missed all them shots.